What's going on, you guys? I'm as always Mr. Grimreaper 512 with Dark9987, and welcome everybody to another edition of Back in Time. This is the portion of my channel, for those of you who are new, where I talk about nostalgic films from the past and stuff like that. And I also talk about, and pretty soon I'm going to get into television shows as well, too, pretty soon. But first things first, we are gonna talk about the 1997 film Spawn. Now, this was directed by Mark A.Z. Dip. Uh, this film is based on the Spawn series by Todd McFarlane. This stars John Leguizamo, Michael J. White, Martin Sheen, Teresa Rando, Nicole Williamson, and D.B. Sweeney. The music is done by the phenomenal Graham Revel, the same guy who did the Crow series, who did the Crow soundtrack. Um, and also just to make sure that everybody knows, this video is not intended for children at all. This video is not intended for kids. I don't want no COPA bullshit on my channel. I don't want to deal with FTC crap or anything like that. So I just want to make sure that y'all know what's up and all that. So we're going to get into the plot like we always do. And then after that, we're going to give our thoughts on the film and stuff like that. And yeah, so here we go. Special Forces agent and black operative Al Simmons is assigned by his superior, Jason Wynn, to infiltrate a biochemical weapons plant in North Korea. Despite Simmons' growing moral qualms with the nature of his work, unknown to Simmons, Wynn has ordered his top assassin, Jessica Priest, to murder him while he is on a mission. Okay, so what's the fucking point?
Yeah, really.
After Simmons dies, he is set on fire by Wynn, and the flames cause the plant to explode. Simmons arrives in Hell, where one of the rulers of Hell, Malbolgia, offers him a Faustian deal. If Simmons becomes his eternal servant and leader of his army in Armageddon, he will be able to return to Earth to see his fiancée, Wanda Blake. Simmons accepts the offer and returns to returns to Earth. We'll talk about the effects on Malbolgia later, because I need to get into that. Upon his return, Simmons learns that 5 years has passed since his death. Wanda is now married to his best friend, Terry Fitzgerald, who is living as the father of Al's daughter, Sion. Soon, Simmons encounters a clown-like demon named Violator.
Oh my gosh.
Sent by Malbolgia, who acts as Simmons' guide down the path to evil. He also meets a mysterious old man, Cagliostro. Yeah, thank you. A fellow Hellspawn who has successfully freed his soul and now fights for heaven. Simmons learns that Wynn, who is now a weapons dealer, has developed a biological weapon called Heat 16. During a reception, Spawn attacks Wynn, kills Jessica, and escapes with the help of his necroplasm armor. Following the attack by Simmons, Violator convinces Wynn to have a device attached to his heart that will release Heat 16 worldwide if his vital signs flatline, as a deterrent against assassination attempts. However, Malbolgia wants Simmons to kill Wynn and initiate the apocalypse.
Oh boy. Lord,
Alright.
why?
Spawn confronts Violator, who turns into his demonic form and beats Al down. Cogliostro,
There you go.
I'm trying to say the name, sorry,
You got
rescues
it.
Al and teaches him how to use his necroplasm armor. Simmons learns that Violator and Wynn are going to kill Terry, Sion, and Wanda.
Wow.
Terry sends an email incriminating Wynn to a fellow newsman. Just as the email sent, Sion and Wynn enters the room. Wynn destroys Terry's computer and takes the family hostage. Spawn arrives and nearly kills Wynn, but Al extracts the device from Wynn's body instead and destroys it. With his plan foiled, Violator sends Spawn and Cogliostro to Hell, where they both battle the demon before subduing him. Spawn is then confronted by Malbolgia, who tells Spawn that he will never lead Hell's army. Spawn escapes with Cogliostro just before they are overwhelmed by Malbolgia's forces. Violator, having recovered, follows them. A final battle ensues, ending with Spawn decapitating that fucking bastard with his chains. Violator's head taunts the group and threatens his return before melting and returning to Hell. When is arrested and Spawn, realizing there is no place for him in Wanda's world anymore, dedicates himself to justice rather than succumbing to his lust for vengeance. Thus ending this movie.
Yeah. Oh, creeps me out.
Yeah, so I want to talk about, first things first, I want to talk about the effects in this movie.
Yeah, before, yeah, the book, right?
They were not good. um, I've saw this movie. I remember watching this movie in 1998 and loving Spawn. I love Spawn. But last night when I was watching it again, I remember loving this movie as a kid. But I remember watching it. I remember watching it last night to get ready for this review, and it does not. I don't know how or why the effects don't. It does not age well. This movie hasn't really aged all that well. Um, Especially the effects involved with what was going on with the film. Now, with that we have CGI, that we have computer animated stuff. Now you can do so much better with effects and stuff like that. But I want to get your thoughts on that, dude. What is your what did you think about the effects, including Malbolgia, what Malbolgia looks like in the movie? What was what is your thoughts on that situation?
Um, you know, to me, when you want to have characters, now, of course, as you said before, Spawn is based on comics.
Mm-hmm.
By, in the comics, you see them and what they dressed as, what they look like. In the movies, the effects, how should I put this? Uh, I mean, I'm not saying the movie was terrible. I'm saying, the movie was good. We'll get to that. But as far as the effects go, I'm trying to find a word that I'm looking for. I'm trying to find a way to. It's hard for me to calculate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, the thing is this.
Yeah.
I love Spawn.
Yeah.
I always love Spawn. Hell, even when the for those of y'all who remember the HBO the HBO animated series. I remember watching the animated series. How could Spawn, the movie, be rated PG when he is the edgiest motherfucker you've ever seen? He is the edgiest anti-hero in comics. All this stuff about heaven and hell and all this other stuff is so fucking horrifying and stuff like that. How could you make this movie rated PG? But then you make you make the Spawn animated series on HBO so dark, so mature, so dark, so violent, so much more like the comics than this was ever made. You know what I mean? I'm still baffled by that.
Yeah.
Um, when you talk about Spawn, I've okay. This movie, to me, anyway, is still a good movie. But the problem that I have is that you could have done a lot more better with the effects. You could have the fact that the one thing that still scares the piss out of me is Violator.
Oh God.
That's the one fucking thing. You think about a fucked up clown from hell. A clown from hell coming you think about that for a second. Violator, John Leguizamo's character in this movie, is the scariest motherfucker you have ever seen in your life. Bar none.
Bar none.
And he makes the perfect villain.
He does.
And it's still, that clown still scares the piss out of me. I'm 31. I'm 31, about to be 32. I remember watching this movie when I was like 10 or 9 and stuff like that, and being afraid of clowns because of the Violator. Um, Creepy. Now that I think about it, not to mention, the clown was funny as fuck in some places. He was still a piece of shit.
Yeah.
The clown, and that's why I was so happy when he killed. That's why I was so happy when Spawn killed him at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
But what did you think of Violator, man?
Yeah, like you, I'm gonna say this. Like Rim, he creeped me out myself. Yeah, that's why I was saying this movie in the beginning when I first watched it, that it creeped me out, especially the clown, because I was a kid when I watched this. Like around his age, I was young and it scared me. But then again, that was the beginning. But then as I watched it now, watching it again or whatever, I'm like, it's not too bad as I thought it was. But yeah, and I was happy too. I was glad when Spawn killed him. He kept it, And it said there, remember he said he vowed to come back. Well, I would want to see what would happen if he came back, But yeah, oh my God. But John Leguizamo, he's known as being a funny guy comedian. He had his own stand-up specials at one time. He's a real funny guy, and I know him, of course, from another movie, which y'all may know. Some of you may not know. It was called The Pest. He was very funny in that one. He's a funny guy. But having somebody that was normally a funny guy become a villain and a character like Violator, man, he did really good. He made a good villain, but yeah, I guess before him as well, that clown. Oh, yeah, really, really scared the living hell out of me. Yeah.
Okay, so if y'all guys want to know more about this, take a look at James Rolfe's review for
Yeah.
Spawn. Take a look at the review for Spawn, the video game. There's
Yeah.
multiple video games. I thought that the only game that was around was the one from the Super Nintendo. I had no idea that there was other games, for Spawn, and people, and not to mention, I want to talk about the soundtrack to this movie because people talk about that. People say that be this has to be the greatest soundtrack um in in a movie that they have ever heard of, especially around that time. They had like this techno shit going on around that
Yeah.
time. um and there's this really really cool version of who the bell tolls on this soundtrack, uh uh by Metallica and DJ Spooky,
Yeah.
which is fucking funny as fuck if you think about it. When uh, you think, who the hell is DJ Spooky? You know what I mean? Uh, but anyway, um,
Yeah.
but yeah, this movie, and not to mention that this movie is also going to get a reboot, very soon.
Oh, boy.
I I think I told Knight about that.
Yeah, you did.
About um so so yeah, there's gonna be a reboot of this, or I don't know if it's a complete reboot, or if it's gonna be like a second movie,
Sequel, yeah.
a
Well,
sequel.
there's a section here that's a sequel on Wikipedia, so I don't know. And it says here that it's been developed since 1988. Here, been writing screenplay for the new movie. Let's see here. Okay. Before that would be okay. Let's just put on October 23rd, 2018. The film will start date. The filming start date was delayed to June 2019. So that's all it says there. So it hasn't really been touched base as it since then, and it's already December 2019. So
Yeah.
the question is, are we going to
Um.
the reboots here? But I don't know.
Yeah. So Jamie Foxx is supposed to be involved. Is supposed to be as
Yeah.
as the main character for Spawn, and then they got Jeremy Renner, who was supposed to play Detective Twitch in
Yeah.
the movie. But yeah, I want to see if they do decide to reboot this. I do want to see what happens with
Yeah.
the reboot. Now, I heard about the Jamie Foxx stuff. If you guys want to look that up, there's a video on doubletoasted.com
Okay.
about them announcing about them talking about the Jamie Foxx being Spawn and stuff like that. So go check that out. Um,
Sure.
but I kind of, if I were a betting man, I'd rather see someone else play the role of Spawn.
Yeah.
No offense to Jamie Foxx, I think Jamie Foxx is a good actor,
Without a doubt.
but I think I would rather see someone like like the dude that played what's his name, Michael B. Jordan, the dude that played Killmonger
Yeah,
and Black Panther.
he would do a good one.
But I heard people told me that probably wasn't a good idea. But I still believe that it was good. It's good. I still believe that it's a good idea for him to stretch his arms and legs out a little bit.
Yeah,
Get into a much darker role and stuff.
yeah.
And but yeah, it's. I hope that McFarlane does not mess up. I hope that this one does the. I hope that McFarlane, Todd McFarlane, does not mess up this. Uh,
Yeah,
this is his baby, for God's sakes,
he made this, exactly.
and I want to see something really good. I want to see Malbolgia better than
Yeah, that's
what
a
it
better
was.
bet.
Yeah. So, uh, okay, so we're gonna get into our. So now that we talked about everything that we need to talk about with this movie,
Yeah.
we're gonna get into our ratings now. What would you give Spawn, man?
What about the effects? I'm not trying to give it a low rating. I'm trying to be generous as I can be. I would maybe put it in toward, I don't know, eight out of 10. I would say maybe.
8 out of 10.
That's what I would say. I mean, I'm not quite accurate, but maybe.
Okay, so he gives it 8 out of 10. I give this a 7.5 out of 10. Now, I think the movie did. The movie's good. Don't get me wrong. The movie is good. I just wish that they could have done more better with Spawn. Um, and you guys are probably asking, well, Grim Knight, y'all sound like y'all hated it. Well, no, we didn't hate it.
We're not saying.
It's just that I kind of do wish that they could have done a little bit more better with what they were given. You know what I mean? Like, I kind of wish that the other characters were that the effects were better. That the
Yes.
uh that the script was good. The dialogue was really good. Um, I just wish that they could have done the movie so much more better than what they did and stuff like that. And that's all I'm saying. And stuff like that. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, that's all we're saying. We're not trying to say it's, we're not trying to put words in advice now. This is just how we feel about it. So, but if you have different opinions, well, leave a comment below and let us know your opinion on it. And if you haven't seen it, well, please crawl out from under that rock and watch it. If you haven't seen it, plug in. Yeah, it was good. We're saying it was good. And that's especially as we're on that subject. So, but yeah, so let us know what you guys think. Like I said, leave a comment. What is your opinion on it? Leave a comment for us.
yeah, leave a comment. Let us know in the comment section down below what you guys thought about Spawn. Um, and yeah, I want to see what else
Yeah.
is on the horizon for Spawn, for the hell for the hell Spawn himself. Uh, but let us know in the comments down below what you guys think. That's gonna be it for me. I'm Mr. Grimreaper 2 with Dark Knight 97. I'm gonna give you guys my first of 3 reactions. Here in a minute. I hope that fucking reaction video does not get taken down for stupid reasons. But if it does, at least y'all guys got 2 other ones.
Yeah.
So
We'll keep an eye on that. But anyway.
So yeah, that's gonna be it for me. I'm Mr. Grimreaper 2 with Dark Knight 97, and we'll see you on the afterlife. Peace.